Hello, the game has started and it's me to go first. I have a decent rack, but is there a bingo? Trolans? No. Latrons? 66. Not a bad second rack. I think there might be a bingo with this lot. Opponent responds with Walla. Triphase through an S, I think, is good. What about the O? Ophirate? No. And what about this A? Go with triphase. Not a great third rack, but I can't complain too much after the first two racks. Now I do have Koki onto a U, no U available. QI plays next to this I at I4, as well as K1 down. I could hang on to the Q, but I never like doing that, as it can become a drag on the rack. Opponent's play of tame keeps the board tight and doesn't help my Q cause. So what to do? No obvious plays jumping out. QI could give back an easy score to opponent. I think I'll go with QI. Terrible pickup, and the rack has gone from bad to worse. So, although I do have a substantial lead, I don't think I'll be scoring well on the next turn. There is even a case for changing here. I do have a play of coup, slightly better than changing. Jeet, does that help me at all? Cargo, not a great score. 18. And coup was 23. Terrible rack leave though. I think I'll play cargo. It's just a slightly better rack leave. Okay, draw some more vowels. Cooed, leaving a V on the rack. This Q still a big score potentially. G takes an S. I don't have an S or a U. So worst case scenario would be opponent getting in on both triples, 2 moves in a row. So let's see what transpires. I still do have that coup play for 23. That no longer is available. I have Vo. It's not terrible for 22. Takes out the Q danger. And a decent rack leave. I'm going with this. Val heavy again. I do have Vo again in the top right, just to sort the rack out. And COSED, not a bad 5-letter set. Just a shame that I picked up an O and an E to duplicate the vowels on the rack. I have the eco component of a word and the code component of a word. Now there is an R floating here at 8G that could be useful. Opponent's play of Inti. Oh, that could be, yeah, 43 for deuces. So I've drawn the X and the Z, so some serious scoring potential here. Opponent's play of Acai doesn't really offer much. To me. What about says? That's 45. Or what about D6? 51. And ZE as a rack leave. Pretty strong. I'm going with this. Not a bad pickup. Vowels and consonants pretty much balanced. A little bit clunky with the B and the Z together, but I should be able to score pretty decently on this next move. Z and day. I have Zebu on the rack, but no spot for that. I do have Zebu actually there at N7 down. Let's see what that looks like. 30 points takes out a very useful bingo lane, and it takes the D out as a floater or heavily frustrates it. Zebu, I quite like this. I'll go with Zebu. Z did score more, but I prefer getting rid of the U and the B. Someone wants to go out, 1 sec. And we're back. Opponent's play of try keeps the board tight. And I've got just the one vowel, so doubt I'll have a 6-letter play from 10-0 down. Mounds. What about mounds? No, can't spell it that way. Okay, so what to do? Any good spots for the H or the W? What about, this feels a bit reckless. Just looking at ways of playing, pluralizing jeet and getting a triple word square. Could play Hoys for 37, yeah. Wow, Zenurine. Big play by opponent. Still a bingo behind. Zebu takes an S. Now what about whining? Oh, I've only got the... won't fit there anyway. Mewing. 28. And still a blank to come, so opponent could still bingo. Perhaps onto the H. I've got a good K play here. 26. And just scanning the board for Y plays as well. Now, what about uke? 39, not bad. Actually, I think I'm mixing that up. Y-E-U-K. Yeah. do still have a key here. 34, not terrible. Don't like keeping the U and the B, but probably worth doing for that score. Opponent taking some time with this move. And plays where I was planning on playing. Could play bunk for a mediocre score, or I could just play the K for 26, and I think I will do that, leaving one in the bag. So even if opponent was to bingo now, I'd still have another turn. So, what is the one tile in the bag, I wonder? There is the potential for a bingo here. And 12B would be the final spot for it. Potentially a D. Okay, opponent has played an O there. Now if I was to play... Just wonder how to block the bingo here. If I'm to play by there, I think it's going to be very difficult to have a bingo ending in an O or an A. So yeah, I'll go ahead and play by. And what does opponent have? PVOLID blank. And can I play out with, yes I can, dryer and rider. Triphased. Wonder if that's a thing. And day 27, wow. Zenurine was pretty impressive. I'll be looking that one up to see what it means. Devo comes down, and I'll go out with ride, I think, for 12. And the final score, 447 to 327. Thank my opponent for the game. Let's see what we missed. And opened with latrons, that looks fine. Waller for 16, opponent had Malwa for 20. Triphase for 73, and there was Perianth for 68 and Rath Ripe for 68. But Triphase the highest score. Amaretti in 2 spots for opponent. Doesn't spot the bingo. Plays tame. Vitric for 22, keeping COQ. Not ideal, but all these plays pretty average. I got rid of the Q. Now, Jeet for 31 looks fine for opponent. And then Cargo for 18. Yeah, all these scores pretty low. Connect. My opponent missed a 45-point play there from the queue. Canat. Goes with Fan. Dovecot for 28. That's quite nice. On to the T. One way to get rid of those duplicates, I suppose. Vo for 22. Not far off, I guess. And the opponent's got a few duplicates of his own. Goes with NT, which gives me deuces for 43. That was fine. Acai for 10. D6 for 51 looks best from this rack. And Feta for 22 is okay. Now Zobo and Bozo. Alongside the X. Very nice. Zobo and Bozo both scoring 39. Yeah, I do like that. I went with Zebu for 30, taking out a useful bingo lane. Eerie with a Y and Try with an E. Looks okay. Sound for 44. That's a big play. I5. Alongside Span Ohm. No. S-O-double. Yeah. Way and yeah. Sound. That's a sound play. 44 points. I went with Hoyes and then Zenurine. 95-point power play. Huge. Now opponent's still a bingo behind. Mewing for 28 looks fine. And then opponent's got a bingo here. Gourdier onto the R. Gourdier. And misses that one. Goes with Gur. And then Yuck for 25. All in the mid-20s. Went with Cat for 26, thinking that I'd be taking out the H, because there are a fair few bingos ending in SH, so I didn't want to take the chance. Opponent goes with Do, and this is where I thought to maximize the difficulty imposed upon opponent, because this was too easy to bingo onto, even though the P, V and D don't go well together. There was definite bingo potential, so with the blank. So I played by, and opponent had just these plays on offer. No bingos. Goes with Devo and then Ride for 12, but Ired at B5. IRED, getting, extra point there. So that was the end of the game. Couple of misses, but a good game. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I'll see you next time.